What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And check out what we started today. Oh yeah, baby. The guys had a couple hours this afternoon, and I told them to start building our bin block setup. So I have a whole schematic that I had designed for this, and it all fits together like a puzzle. And so they got started on this. I left 5 feet of pad on this side so we can mount some pallet racking right to the concrete pad here. And I redesigned, actually, once I poured the pad, then I redesigned the bin blocks to fit differently. And so I basically I have 5 feet of concrete on this side, and I'll have 10 feet on the other side. I may end up with 5 feet on the other side, but basically I want to be able to mount pallet racking right to the concrete pad so we can stack stuff on it or whatever. But these first 2 bins will have a tarp cover, like a hoop house over the top of them. And so I wanted to get this first one built because we might get some dirt delivered this week, and I'm going to dump it in here. And so I wanted to at least get something set up so we had a place to dump it. I may end up having to move the dirt later when we build the hoops, but I'm not going to have time to do that right now. But the guys are starting on it, and there'll probably be quite a bit of breaks in between when this video gets started filming and when it's all done, because we're just going to do it as we have time. But basically these first 2 bins are 16 by 30, and then after that they're 20 I think they're 20 by 12, the inside space. So anyways, yeah, so this is the first bin, and it's going in, and it's quite large, actually. I'm actually really happy with the sizing of it. So this is literally like a dream come true. So yeah, on the end of the day, if we ever get back early, guys can spend a little time working on it or whatever. And so yeah, they have it's like a big puzzle. All the pieces are here. They just got to find them and build it. So that's what we're doing. So I will update more when we do more. Back here, what day is it? Thursday morning. Got ourselves our first bin going up. So actually I gotta have the guys change this one out. This one looks like it was poured crooked. You can see the bottom is flat, but the top is crooked, and it's got a gap there to fix that. So these blocks are not like, it's not like building something that's literally perfect. So you gotta there's some give and take on some of this stuff. Like this block is got a little bit of a, I don't know. I think one of them below had a weird piece in it or something, or we need to try and bang it down or something. But anyways, this is our first dirt bin. So this bin and this next bin that we'll build will be exactly the same. They're 20. Well, the inside of it is 16 by 30, but the outside is 20 by 30. I'm sorry, 16 by 28 technically, but the outside are 16 by 30 because our hoops are 20-foot hoops. So they'll go from outside this edge and outside to this edge here. That's why this is a double wall, because I didn't want to have the hoop coming down connecting here, and then when the flap comes down, the water just comes right back in. So the water will come in between and fall between the blocks. That's why we have a double wall. So one will come down this way, one will come down this way, because this has a hoop and this has a hoop. So the guys just spent a little bit of time yesterday. Two of the guys stayed late because they were just having a good time and enjoyed it, which is cool. So this is so cool. My goodness. I wish we had our loader for this, because it's obviously you're all over the concrete with the tracks, but whatever, it's what we have here, and our loader is out at another job site. So we'll probably switch out that top one at some point. But I actually have some dirt coming today that I probably I probably will end up just dumping in here, which I'm going to end up having to move. So I don't know if that's the right move. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what I want to do, where I want to dump this dirt that we keep getting. It's beautiful dirt, and I don't want to lose out on it. Either that, or I'm going to dump it at the end over there on the pad, so that we can easily scoop it up and move it into here, because I really want to screen the dirt before it goes in here. And it's going to be a while before we finish this. This has to go up 3 more layers yet. So this one and the next one are 5 layers high. So it will be 10 feet high plus the hoop, which is 12 feet. And hopefully that is enough to dump a triaxle inside and not hit the top. That's kind of what we were trying to do. So this one and this one, these first 2 will be like that. And then it changes as it goes down that way. So yeah, this is looking good. Update more when we do more. What up, guys? So we're about a week later here, and we had a couple guys available today to work on this. So guys got 2 more layers on this dirt, the first dirt bin. So this has to go up 1 more layer yet, actually. We also got some dirt in here. So it'll be 5 layers high on this bin and this bin, and then we'll have our hoop over that so that a semi will be able to dump inside of it. That was kind of my goal, but this is wild. Like, it's really freaking tall. But guys are doing a really nice job. It takes time. Like, you have to, these things aren't like, you know, perfect retaining wall blocks. It takes a little time to get it perfect. And this last row, I'm probably going to have to rent some kind of machine to do it, because I can't reach up that high, and I don't think my 80 will want to reach that high either. And our 80 is on a job site, so I probably will rent something or see if somebody else can lend me a machine that's bigger, either a loader or a telehandler or something that we can use to set this top row. But I am really happy with where we're at. We're going to be able to fit a lot of dirt in these 2 bins. Yeah, this is so cool. So yeah, I'm going to spend a little time with them with our machine, bringing some blocks closer to them, because it's nice when they don't have to go get blocks. They can just work. It's nice. So all right, guys, so I just got back to the yard here. The guys got done a little early with one of their jobs, and so we're spending a little bit of time doing some more stacking over here. So we have 4 guys, so it goes really fast. It goes really fast when you have extra people. I gotta go hook him a minute. Hang on a second. So we've used up all of our ones that we weren't using of the big 6-footers. So now we're trying to, I got some more coming next week. And after today, we won't work on this until next week. So, because my plan is to do what we did with our attachments all the way over there and do that across the back wall here. So I still need more blocks. And I was gonna wait to order them, but I just went ahead and ordered them. And that way we can keep building this and not have to take apart everything that we've already built. So I wasn't planning to spend the money right now, but it's okay. It helps us get things operational, and I need them anyways. I want them anyways. So we're getting the 5th row up, which I didn't know that we were going to be able to do it, but the 97 can just get them up there, no problem. So I got this side all done. It's all the way up to height. This double wall is done all the way up to height. which is sick. Oh my word, it's so tall. Man, it's crazy. So now then I've had these two guys going over here and basically just doing the bottom row to kind of get us where we have to be on each bin. And that way, you know, basically what I'll do then is we'll take a tape measure from the backside, measure where each one is, then come on this side and make our marks and then chalk line it out so it's nice and square. And so these guys are working on just getting the, you know, where each one comes out. So now you can start to see. So this wall here is 5 high. This one here is 4 high because this will be our chocolate mulch. And this one doesn't come out as far as those. And then the rest of these are all 3 high. So from that wall this way is 3 high. So that's what we're doing. They're 15 foot on the inside, 15 foot opening by, I think there'll be 2 12 foot, so maybe it's 16 foot. I don't remember, I'll have to look at the plan. I can't remember, 16 foot out, I don't remember. But either way, they should be the right depth, and we can always make them, deeper if we want, so. This is so sweet. I really, really wish we could just take a whole week and just get this done, but that's okay. After today, we got to be back out on job sites every day. Next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, I might have some time with 2 guys they can work on it a little bit more, but we just ended up with a little bit of time yesterday and then a little bit of time this afternoon. So we'll just keep chipping at it, little bits here and there, and that's how it'll go. So what's crazy is this is 2 semi-loads of dirt right here. I had to drive up there with the excavator to get up there, but yeah, I'm really interested to see how much dirt we can get in here. Probably, if I stack it right, probably 6 loads of dirt at least, 100, maybe 120 yards, maybe even more, depending on how much we can get it stacked up on the inside. So sick. This is so sick. The guys have done a really nice job. I'm contemplating, I don't know, part of me contemplates only doing 1 covered bin for now. I have 2 that I could cover, but I don't know if I need 2 right now. I don't know. I probably will just do them both so it's done when we're doing it. It'll make sense. I'll have to get my man lift over here and our forklift, and that will be really nice for putting up the canopies and everything. So looking so good. So another day building walls. So the guys have been working here today. They got the rest of this second one, the tall one's done. We've also been getting a couple new loads of blocks in, and the reason for that is I decided that how we have our attachments over there is something I want to mimic over here along that wall over there, or along that property line over there. And so I'm going to need blocks to do that. And so instead of waiting and tearing apart a whole section over there, I just got more blocks to keep building this. And then when we're ready to, we'll move all those over here to do that. And so we've gotten 5 loads of blocks today. So this is the 5th load right now. And we're just getting them off the truck fast, and that way we'll keep building. So I've only been here for a little while this afternoon, but this wall is now done. So these are the 2 bins that have hoop houses over the top of them, and so that's really good. I'm hoping that everything fits, which it will. It'll be good. So now what will happen is this bin right here will be 4 high coming out this way, and then everything after that is 3 high. which I might actually change that. I've already made a couple changes to what I'm doing. So let me get in here and unhook you. So yeah, basically what I'm gonna do on the other ones, instead of having walls that come out and just come flat down, I think I'm gonna stair step them down, and I'll make them a little bit deeper, but then not as much at the top. It's hard to explain, but basically you'll stair step it up. Instead of having a flat straight up wall like that, they'll be more like staggered coming back, which makes sense because you really don't have to have, the only reason those have to be flat is because the canopy is flat. And it has to fit the canopy. So yeah, that's what we're up to right now. And we're gonna get this last semi unloaded, and then we're gonna work on this section right here. We actually might go all the way across and finish the other two areas that have like dividers. We might finish that. So. All right, so we just got those remaining dividers coming out. You can see those. So these are all the bins. So mulch, chips, 3/4, probably 2-inch at the end, and this one's going to be I don't remember. But anyways, this one's mulch, and this one's mulch. I was going to have just one mulch, but now I think I'm going to have 2 mulch, black and chocolate, I think. But yeah, it's going good. This wall is done. The big boys are done, so that makes me feel good. Some of these blocks have been frustrating me because, I mean, they're just not. It is what it is. I don't know. Sometimes they're super nice. Sometimes they don't stack nice. Sometimes they're lopsided. So you have to be kind of picky and choosy about what you do to try and keep the walls looking and going straight. So Zach, the far end needs to come in a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm a little crooked. That one right there, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get away with keeping in there. We're going to see. Yeah, that's nice. That'll work. All right, so we got this wall going here. This one, like I said, is supposed to be 4. I don't know if I need to do 4 for these. I might leave it 3 and see how we use them. And I don't remember what I said in the last clip, but they were designed to like go straight up and over, and I don't need that, and so I'm stair stepping it up. But if I'm going to put 80 yards of mulch in here, I think I need to go one more up and stair step it up. But I don't know. I don't know if we need to do that or not. If that's the case, then I want to have chocolate mulch and black mulch and do the same thing. So they need to be the same. But then at the same, if we're going to have mulch, I can stack it higher. So maybe I do need to be 4 high. So maybe these 2 bins need to be 4 high. And one more farther out, and then the rest of them can be 3 high, and just like these. So then if those 2 are mulched, then we'll have chips, 3/4. What else did I have? We were gonna do like concrete, but I'll dump concrete in the back. I don't need to dump concrete on here. We'll have one for maybe yard waste, but I also could do that in the back too. Probably have one for 2-inch stone there, and then maybe one for river rock, just to have some river rock in stock, but I don't know. And then I also have 10 feet at the end of the concrete pad here. There's 10 feet here, and what we'll do, we'll bring this wall this way, and then I could create a little I could create like a wide bin here if I wanted to, that could have some material, or I'll use this for I could put a shipping container here on the concrete, or put it off the concrete and still park something on here in the concrete. I don't really know. Or maybe this is where the loader can park right here. I'm not sure. Or maybe I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know. It's almost like it's so much room I don't know what to do with it. But this is just so freaking cool. I'm gonna have to talk to my guys about all the tracks they just put on the concrete, but just kidding. My loader is out on the job site. That's why we haven't been using the loader to do this. But the track machine's been working good. So. All right, what up, guys? So another day here messing around with the blocks, and we are moving some stone into here. So let me dump this here a minute. So we need to move our stone pile over here. We need to move our stone pile over here because we need the blocks that we use to build the stone bin. And my landscape crew has all of our dump trucks on a job site today. So this is how we have to move it. So it is what it is. Basically, we need these blocks right here. So that way we can keep going with building. I wish I had a iPhone mount. So back and forth we go, and it'll go pretty fast with two machines. So basically now we have everything for the first couple of bins done, and we had to do some switching around this morning on something that we didn't like, so we fixed that, and now we're moving the stone. So this bin will be for 3/4 clean. This bin over here will be for chips. And so this one here will be for black mulch. This one will be for brown mulch. This one will be for garden mix topsoil. And this one will be for regular topsoil. So I got a guy right there breaking off some of the nubs for the next couple of blocks. There's a couple things that we have to do to whenever we make a turn and do a corner block, we have to break off the locking nub so that they will go together correctly. So SVL 75, our new one, and it has a reverse fan. And the reverse fan, I gotta say, is kind of annoying. I don't know why it's like constantly going, like on and off and on and off. I don't know. I think I can turn it off, and I might do that because I think it's really annoying. But whatever. So we're going to move this pile of stone and then keep building on our bins. It's a beautiful day. All right, so we're on these last two now. We got the chips moved. Got our 3/4 moved. This one's built. Get it on the line. Nice. Do that backside in a little bit. That'll work. Is there a bunch more over there?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's all cleared out.
Sweet. Crazy, huh? So I can already tell I'm going to end up getting super anal about this being all clean. So, yeah. I'm just going to always want it to be clean. But we have material bins, and I am like, you couldn't wipe the smile off my face if you tried. Holy cow. So, I've gone over this 100 times, but regular dirt, garden mix, brown mulch, black mulch, 3/4, chips, most likely maybe river rock or like a shoot, what was it? What was I thinking about keeping in stock? Creek rock. So it's like a 2 to 6 inch river rock basically, and it has been out of stock in our area for like the last 2 months. And as soon as it becomes available, I want to keep some in stock, and so I might do that. And then probably, or that one's going to be yard waste. But I think I have no problem with having yard waste back here. Creating some kind of bin back here for that. I'm not really sure. Or I might end up extending this one farther to the end and having a yard waste one here. But for now, I don't think I need to do that. But maybe that's the wrong move. I don't know. I'm going to build this one and then see what kind of blocks we have left and see if I want to extend this one farther, maybe to, this is 10 feet right now. If I went another 6, I would be 4 feet left, and 4 feet I could mount pallet racking on here. Because I might, if I did the yard waste one, I might make it far, like pretty deep, so that there's a nice wall here, but we'll see. Get this one set in here. Oh, this is the view from the building pad. This is the back corner of the building. That is just so stinking beautiful. Wow, I am over the top with that. Almost make a grown man cry. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up for right now. I'll do some more updating on this the next time we mess with it, and probably when we build those hoop houses on that, which I don't know when I'm gonna do that and how long it's gonna be in between this and that, but we'll see. Or maybe I'll just make a separate video that's just building the hoop houses, because then this video won't be so long before it comes out. I'll probably do that. So yeah, we need to finish up that. That still has to go up one more over there, and then we need to do that. So, all right. Catch you next. Well, guys, it's an exciting day. Bins are completely done. I just finished the last couple, and we got a load of river rock coming right now to get dumped into the bin. And this is so freaking cool. Big old long dump. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Sweet. I'm going to talk a little bit about the unevenness on these last couple here, but we're going to fix it later. But this is so cool. Tons of room for the semi to get in and out. Back up straight. We've been using the bins already, as you can see. This is so cool. I'm so excited. It's a little off center, but whatever. We'll talk about these little guys here too in a minute, because this was a change that I just made yesterday and added these. But should have had it probably back up a little bit farther, but that's okay. I'll push it back in. Beautiful. Just beautiful. All right, guys, so we got ourselves a completed bin pad, and I literally, like, this is just so cool. So the top row here, it looks a little cattywampus, as you can see, because we used the blocks that were, some of them were poured a little uneven, some of them just weren't the nicest blocks, and so we put them on the top row. And I'm most likely going to take this one, that one. There's a couple other ones that they're poured crooked, but that's all we had for now. And if I change those, this whole thing would look much straighter. But it does the job for now, because the rest of the blocks that I have, we're using them on the other side, where our trucks park. And so once we move everything back here, then I'll fix all that. But for now, this is great. So I'll hop down here a minute. So what I did on the back side here is we ended up with, I knew I was going to end up with 10 feet of concrete here, and I was going to do something else with it. But then I got to thinking, like, sometimes we need a little bit of screening. Sometimes I had some 2-inch that we had left over from a job. And so I'm like, you know what? It'd be nice to have a small bin of screenings in 2-inch, which we don't use a lot of, but every once in a while we need some. So that's what I did here. I created 2. These are like, they're 10 foot deep, and they're, 10 or 12 foot wide. And that really worked out. Yeah, I think it's really nice, actually. It was not planned, but it worked out really good. Then I decided today to make this our brush, an organic material waste bin, so just bushes and stuff that I probably could burn, but it would have too much dirt in it. So I don't know. That's what I'm gonna do with that for now. I squared off this wall so that it was a nice 90-degree corner here. I could bring this wall out farther and add another little small bin at the end. I doubt that I'm gonna do that, but we just got a thing of river rock, a load of river rock, because the job that we're on right now, we're gonna need river rock, and so I didn't want to dump it on the street because I don't need a full load. But this is gonna be our river rock bin. We moved all our chips over here. We got our 3/4 clean over here, so that's great. And this is a spare bin, which was gonna be for black mulch, but I'm not gonna do that now. And then we just finished our mulch bin right here, our chocolate mulch bin, and we finished that by adding that 4th layer up at the top. And I still stepped it down, which I could square that off, which I'm gonna see how much room a full 80 yards of mulch takes up, and then I'll know like if I really need to square it off or if I need to extend it out as far as the dirt ones. But we'll see. So then this, like we've said 1,000 times now in this video, this is for garden mix, or maybe I won't. I don't know what I'm gonna do, and then this will be for dirt, and these will have the canopies on them. So it's done, guys. It's done for now. I still have blocks over there that we're using for dividers and for barriers and for screening. And so I once we move all of our stuff from there back here, which I'll just do that slowly as it makes sense, then I probably will take off some of the ones on that back wall that are a little crooked and just replace them so that everything is nice and straight. They're all not perfect, but you have to do the best with what you have. And so our supplier really tried to get us nice ones because he knew that we were wanting to what we were building, and how I wanted it to look. And but you still end up with a few here and there that are just poured kind of crooked. So, but this is just I don't know. It may be weird for some people, but for me, this is like literally one of the biggest dream come trues of this whole property is having this entire setup. And I need to look into how many man hours we put into building this. I don't really know. I mean, we tracked it, but I don't know off the top of my head right now. It takes a lot of time to build this. It takes more time than you think, actually. I may need to add another 4-footer there, and there. I'm gonna see. I have a little bit more 2-inch up in a pile over there that I'm gonna move back here and try and get it to not spill out the front. But of course, like anything else, it's like, oh, maybe my bin bag could be even longer. Which again, we have 50 more feet here. That maybe later down the road we extend this out another 30 feet, or maybe just go the full 50 feet or something. I don't really know. But this really works out nicely, actually, to have these 2 small little guys here. Because again, it's not something that we use a lot, but to have a little bit in stock is really, really nice. So the back side is not as pretty on the end half here because we ended up having to use the ones that are not as nice and straight. So you end up, you got a nice straight wall, and then you have this one which slants that way, and the wall's not crooked. See that? The wall's not crooked, it's that the block is poured. This top block is poured crooked, and the bottom of it is not flat. And I believe these things are poured on their side, actually. And so if somebody doesn't take the time, or if the sidewall is bent a little bit, then that ends up that can happen from time to time. So, but this is the back side of it. Everything is interlocked. Yeah, see, like that one is not very pretty, and that one, there's probably 5 of them that I don't like at all, but we'll change that when I get them available. So we ended up with a little weird situation here where there's 4 of them not staggered, and it's a long story, but basically once we got going and we were too far, and this wall was too far done, and I didn't catch it, and it's all locked together. Those 2 are never going to move. It's totally fine. There's a sidewall right there, and that's all locked in. Like it cannot. There's no way that it can move out. So it'll be fine. But the rest of this is all. I mean, really, the whole thing is it's beautiful. Some people may not think it's beautiful, but I sure think it's beautiful. So now in the back side, I may make some kind of bin right here that is just for concrete, like brick. But I guess still got a long way to go. That's all got to be filled in 3 feet thick with concrete. And then we'll have this whole area back here to do whatever we want. I got 5 feet of concrete on this side. And like I said, I plan on mounting pallet racking there for storage of whatever. But yeah, I'm so thrilled with the size of this whole thing and the look of it. And it's just so cool. Just so cool. I'm gonna get my drone up and get some videos of this, which I should have done that from the beginning, but I'm also gonna push up that river rock. I gotta move the rest of that 2-inch pile right there. I gotta move that yet today. And then I wanna blow off the whole pad, and then I will get the drone up and try and get that all done before the end of the day today here. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. It's kind of stretched out, and I know I probably repeated myself a lot of times, but I try and catch as much of stuff that I can when I can, but you can only do so much. So thanks for watching, guys.